Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I have some pretty interesting Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information talking towards a subject that I know a lot of you guys will indeed be interested in, and that is of course the long development period of Kingdom Hearts 3. A commonly asked question towards Kingdom Hearts 3 is why exactly is this game taking so damn long, with Kingdom Hearts 2 releasing back in 2005 or 2006 depending on which country you look at in terms of its release, and of course receiving just so many side titles after the release of Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of people have become impatient towards Kingdom Hearts 3. Back in 2013 we finally got the grand reveal that Kingdom Hearts 3 is a real thing, and that of course it was now in development. RIP that meme. RIP that meme. And so a lot of people got extremely excited, the community rejoiced because of the fact that we got the confirmation that the third numbered title will finally be falling into our hands within a couple of years. And back in 2013, we presumed that 2015, maybe 2016, would of course be the grand year that Kingdom Hearts 3 will indeed finally release. Now of course years went by and we're now sitting in 2017 with the confirmation that of course Kingdom Hearts 3 is releasing in 2018, but a lot of people were wondering and asking the question, why exactly is this game just taking so damn long? Now Gamespot actually ended up interviewing Tetsuya Nomura around the time of D23 last month, and they actually asked the golden question to Nomura, asking, why exactly has the development period of Kingdom Hearts been taking such a long time? And Tetsuya Nomura actually went into some pretty extensive detail, informing us as to why its development period has just been dragging on and on and on. Now, first things first, I want to start off with this quote right here that Tetsuya Nomura has given to us. He said right here, a lot of people have been mentioning and making it sound like, oh, Nomura's taking too much time, and it hurts. Now, this right here actually cut me up a bit. The fact that Tetsuya Nomura has actually mentioned that because of the fact that people have just been saying, oh god dude, you're taking so long. Why are you taking so long? You're dragging this damn shit out. And I was like, you know, these sort of comments actually hurt me. That cut me up real good, dude. You know, actually just hearing that from the director himself, it hurts. And so first and foremostly, I want to start on this comment that he has made. The fact that it does hurt due to the community's outlash and all the comments that have been received by the community due to the extensive amount of time that Square Enix has been taking towards the Kingdom Hearts 3 development process. It has of course in return apparently hurt Nomura. Now I've been covering Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information since the beginning of 2014. It's now 2017. So I've been doing this for quite some time, and over the years of me, you know, doing Kingdom Hearts YouTubing and stuff, of course I've received a lot of comments and a lot of criticism towards the extensive amount of time that Square Enix has been taking to, of course, develop Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, a lot of the comments that I've come across is within fair use. It's people just saying, you know, I wish it wouldn't take so long, but hey, I mean, if Square Enix is going to spend more time on the game, it means that the final product will end up being better, right? Because the more time you spend on a piece of art, the better the outcome will be. But of course, that's only one section of comments that I've seen. I've also had to deal with a lot of people bitching and moaning and actually saying absolutely disgusting things towards Tetsuya Nomura and Square Enix in regards to, of course, the long development period of Kingdom Hearts 3. Not only in my comment section, but I've also noticed this towards the Kingdom Hearts Twitter account. Most of the time when, you know, the Kingdom Hearts Twitter account posts out something, I generally go into the comment section of that post, and just seeing all of the bitching, all of the moaning, and just all of the disgusting comments, just saying Tetsuya Nomura, he's really well known for just dragging things out. He's about as slow as a turtle without legs. Just really fucking horrible shit. And it gets me down even seeing that. I mean, I know for me personally, I go on about the release date, but of course, am I saying it in a nasty, critical sense? Absolutely not. I respect this man with all my heart. I mean, he's created one of my favorite video games. No, my favorite video game of all time. I have so much respect for Tetsuya Nomura. And yeah, sure, I like to meme about the release date and have been doing that for the course of 3 years, but there is most certainly a fine line between memeing and joking and actually being harshly critical towards a person and their work. Because you guys have to remember, at the end of the day, Tetsuya Nomura is a human. He is a human being with feelings and emotion. And I don't mean to get sappy and sad and all of that and have a deep and meaningful with you guys, but there is a lot on Tetsuya Nomura's plate. We have to keep in mind that he's not just doing Kingdom Hearts 3, but he's taken on another project recently, which is of course the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Not really so much recently, back in 2015, but it's still new stuff. And the worst thing is, a lot of the development issues with Kingdom Hearts and the reason behind why it's actually taking so long isn't necessarily to do with Tetsuya Nomura. It's actually not his fault. And so this is why Tetsuya Nomura has mentioned that it's hurt, because essentially he's getting so much slack and so much harsh criticism for something that he's not necessarily responsible for. So let's read further into the news and information. Gamespot continued to explain, he explained that the decision was made above his head to switch the development to the Unreal Engine 4 about a year after development, which caused extensive delays. In addition, certain timing and resource challenges within Square Enix had an effect. There was a decision to change to an external engine, Unreal Engine 4, he said, so we switched over to that. Unfortunately, there was a bit of time that needed to be rewinded and started over, so there was a bit of a setback there, but it was the decision that the company had to make, so it was inevitable. So perhaps one of the biggest reasons as to why Kingdom Hearts 3 has taken so long since the initial reveal back in 2013 is of course the major engine switch that happened back in 2014. Now, originally, Square Enix were using their own in-house engine that was known as the Luminos engine. This engine has been used to create the previous Kingdom Hearts games, and on top of that, Final Fantasy 15 also used the Luminos engine as well. From what Tetsuya Nomura has said right here, it wasn't actually his decision to change the engine in which Kingdom Hearts 3 would use, switching from the Luminos, which is Square Enix's own in-house engine, to of course an external engine known as the Unreal Engine 4, owned and operated by Epic Games. More so, he's saying right here that it was actually the company's decision to use the Unreal technology for the development of Kingdom Hearts 3. And as you guys should probably know, when a team switches a development engine, it means they literally have to start everything over again, pretty much from scratch. Meaning that previous resources they used with the previous engine that they were operating on, all of that stuff gets deleted. And like Tetsuya Nomura said, they actually had to start over. Meaning that all of the work that they had been working on for that year while developing the game on the Luminos engine was essentially deleted, scrapped, and wiped, which in itself is a huge setback. So I would say that if Square Enix actually didn't make the decision to switch over to the Unreal Engine 4, I would say as of right now, we'd probably have Kingdom Hearts 3 in our hand. Continuing on with Tetsuya Nomura's words, he said, "We had a plan of the period that it's going to take for us to create the content at the start of the project. And we laid out. After such and such years, we would need to add more personnel resources," he said. "We had submitted it to our own headquarters and it had approved, but eternal personnel is very limited and there are various different projects that happen within our company. So unfortunately, timing did not work out. So we had to make do with the timing that was appropriate for the company. The company makes the decisions, so unfortunately, sometimes it's out of my control." So like I was saying before, it's not necessarily Tetsuya Nomura's fault in terms of the extensive amount of time that we've had to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. And a lot of the time, it's actually the company's decisions to make certain changes, which ultimately ends up delaying the development process. But of course, to some people, they need to find someone to point the finger at in terms of why something is taking so long. And who better to do that than the big boss of the project itself, Tetsuya Nomura, the director of Kingdom Hearts. And so I think this is ultimately why a lot of people have been saying nasty comments, because they don't actually understand the whole process of video game development. And I'm no expert as well, I'm not keyed up with the whole video game development process either. But what has to be kept in mind is Tetsuya Nomura doesn't necessarily make absolutely every single decision when it comes to the development process of his projects. And that doesn't just speak for Kingdom Hearts, but it speaks for all of the different projects that he takes control of. Square Enix is a huge collective company made up of multiple different people. Tetsuya Nomura doesn't run the entire company and doesn't make all of the decisions. Within that paragraph, he also mentioned that, of course, over the extensive amount of time of development for Kingdom Hearts 3, they needed more and more personnel, meaning more people to come and join the team to, of course, work on the project to speed up the development process. And I mean, this is why we've seen over the years a lot of different position recruitment from Square Enix for the Osaka team to help out with Kingdom Hearts 3. And like he said here, the internal resources just weren't there. They were busy working on other projects, and as you guys should probably know, Square Enix don't just develop Kingdom Hearts, but they have a bunch of different franchises under their name. Looking specifically on the Japanese side, they have Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and those are some really big franchises, keep in mind. A prime example to use is the delay of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. And I remember this because obviously it wasn't too long ago, but originally Kingdom Hearts 2.8 was actually meant to release in December of 2016, but then ultimately got delayed until the end of January of 2017. Now, although this has already been explained to us, the reason behind why Kingdom Hearts 2.8 got delayed, around the time of it being delayed, a lot of people ended up pointing the finger towards Tetsuya Nomura, ultimately thinking, well, it's Tetsuya Nomura's fault. You know, he's probably stuffed something up. He's taken so damn long in Kingdom Hearts 3, so it's probably got something to do with that. That's why 2.8 got delayed. Once again, this is another situation where it's completely out of Tetsuya Nomura's control. It literally had nothing to do with Tetsuya Nomura when looking towards the delay of 2.8. It was because of the fact that Final Fantasy ended up getting delayed from September of 2016 and ended up getting pushed into December of 2016. Square Enix obviously made a collective decision to push back 2.8 to January because of the delay of Final Fantasy 15. So, in fact, it was actually due to Final Fantasy 15 as to why Kingdom Hearts 2.8 got delayed. It literally had nothing to do with Tetsuya Nomura, and like he said here, sometimes certain things are out of his control. A lot of these big decisions are stemming from the higher-ups in the company. I'm reading over the final paragraph. He was keen to emphasize that it hasn't been problems with development or any choices made by him or his team that have caused Kingdom Hearts 3 to take so long. I wanted to emphasize that it wasn't a problem on our development teams, he said. It just happened that way, and there were some decisions that the company had to make, and it just didn't work out for certain timings that we were hoping to hit. It's kind of out of my hands, he added. I mean, yes, time has passed, but it's out of my hands. So like I was just explaining, once again, a lot of the decisions in terms of why Kingdom Hearts 3 has taken so long isn't to do with Tetsuya Nomura directly, but more so the higher-ups from the company of Square Enix. And I think this is the point that he's trying to make within this interview, that it's not actually his fault as to why this game has taken so long to release. And like he mentioned, you know, originally the team had come up with a certain period as to when Kingdom Hearts 3 was scheduled to release. But due to the engine switch and a lot of timing and resource issues, it ultimately meant that the initial period that they set to release Kingdom Hearts 3 ended up getting wiped. And essentially you could say that Kingdom Hearts 3 has become more of a priority for the company of Square Enix now with the fact that Final Fantasy 15, a game that had been in development for 10 years literally, has now finally released. So where are Square Enix's eyes set on now? That is none other than Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's high time that that now gets prioritized. Whatever guys, hope you're having a fantastic day. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions towards this topic. However guys, I've been Cynical, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.